Oh no, there we go. We have one horizontal. There we go. I don't know why it was going vertical. Alright, YouTube chat, we are here. Hello, YouTube. Hello, hello, hello.
Like, get yourself an extra knockout.
I should
there,
have gotten myself more water.
Knockout, Pee-wee, fine, whatever. Goal zone's gone, score lead gone, stamina up by 4, and that's not a lot here in the game of Unite. Hydro Typhoon, eject button, it's 4. Overlord decides to go in. They're targeting down any sus. They go for another slam, but it's not enough. The presence of stamina is completely destructive.
Oh, but there we go. Blastoise coming on in, looking to interrupt them and take them away from that Regieleki. Stamina Esports have decided to give this one up, considering they have a lot of wild Pokemon on their side. They want to focus on this experience instead.
No, that's a great call. You know,
I wish I could have shrimmed a little bit
when it
earlier.
gets close, make sure that you take all your free experience because you know you have a fight on the horizon here at our middle objective.
Yeah, there's only a little over a minute until that final
Alright, YouTube, hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Only one of those members at Cyber has reached that level 13. I feel like it's really key for this Feraligatr to also get all their plus movements online as well.
Alright, let's get you guys a rundown on how to play Pokemon Unite. I think that's something you guys are very interested in.
Then they do now. The duck surfing through.
The
information is there. How are we going to take this fight with 40 seconds until our objective?
Yeah, well, we do have Overlord scoping on in, has been found out by that Snorlax, who's going to rotate back, but that is a huge beam from Hitman.
That was well set up, right? Bait them in, solar beam coverage.
Alright, so it's a 5v5 team, team game. You have to score in the enemy goals before 10 minutes runs out, and then you, the amount, what is the number again?
Great positional control by them.
Oh, 100%, especially landing themselves that attack buff. As we approach this final stretch, Stamina Esports, they do have the lead, but it's only by 4 points.
Anysus is hitting to try and get a buff here, spinning to win again, pumping the
The amount of points you have to get, you can carry only 50 points.
Yeah, I don't know whether
and level 1 you can only carry about 30 points. So once you're X in, then you score it. And then inner goals break for 100 points, outer goals break for 80 points, and you just have to score the most points. That's all it is, it looks like. But yes, and you can do a dunk. Here comes a big mid battle. Crazy. But that middle monster gets out the most points out of everything. Yeah, as you can tell, it gets really intense.
They're trying to find the next target. Anysus has not gone down. I think they're resetting.
And I think I love the best part about it is that you don't have to buy items. Oh, look at that. Groundhound's doing rough to spot through right now.
Into the mist is, of course, the Mew. Looking for the target. They're not going to stop Pee-wee on the reset.
Okay.
Hitman with no HP.
Dude,
the coverage by the Snorlax.
How's Hitman leaving? Oh, no, Hitman's dying. He's dying, he's dying. No way.
The Feraligatr takes over.
Feraligatr OP.
Stamina wants to fight. They're relentless.
They have a side go.
But the benefit is Stamina Esports that have that Clefable to provide that team-wide healing. They're now going in for the ground.
It's a 4v5, but still anyone can lose. And someone can steal it. Someone can steal it as well. Groundhound's very low. Oh, geez, they stole it. They stole it. Oh, and they killed them all.
That Stamina
Rip.
Esports deserves this win. It's gonna be a scramble for those burgers.
Yeah,
okay, look. So here's the thing. They're gonna dunk, but oh, they could have got interrupted, but they didn't get interrupted. That's 90 points. Here comes another 50. Okay, so he's stopping him from that. Oh, but the time is up anyways. So it's only 10 minutes. Yeah, but once you're losing, you're losing. It's like hard to come back, no matter what. I guess it's the best out of 3 that they have to win. Oh no, never mind.
Victory as they have now just secured themselves that day 2 spot. The first team into day number 2.
Good job, Jack. Oh, the other team lost. Oh, that sucks. This is where they shake hands though. Why is it only one person? What about the other people? Other people gotta go shake hands. I'm also eating, by the way.
Those fights were crazy. They were long-winded. They were resilient. And I think they have a chance if Root Dig can't bounce back. So our match later today is going to be one of the most important ones.
That was crazy. They were winning too, up in the top, and they took out one of their their outer ring.
This was a much better look from Stamina.
That's so crazy.
That aggression, and it was working out well for them.
Alright, I gotta make 2 glasses of cups of water. 3 probably. It's been so dehydrating over in Vegas right now.
I mean, the fact
But I got so dehydrated coming back.
Satake is threading the needle with all these different targets, and the Icy Wind is going straight through them all to hit the objective. Really great prioritization here. As we are watching.
Alright guys, I am going to be right back to grab the waters.
Yes.
When I come back though,
after that minute mark,
we'll talk some more about some esports stuff. We'll get caught up on some things, but I'm gonna leave you guys with my Discord friends. Hopefully they don't get me banned. Hello friends.
It was maybe it's a little bit further, but Mufasa on the Feraligatr, they actually went in with their waterfall, but they didn't get the hit. And they ended up getting caught on out, but nonetheless, that was their move to go on in with a grad.
I will be right back.
The slow-mo. As we can see, Satake gets knocked up into the air by the Snorlax, but lands just in time.
They're also on mute too, so never mind. It wouldn't even matter. Alright, I'll be back. I grab some water. I'll grab some water and I'll come back.
Sorciero, aka Minotaur, great heavy slam on the right target. That's who they wanted to bubble out. It was just a bit too early because the Glaceon went with that, I believe, freeze dry in first, and then was knocked up. And because it was knocked up, it actually put it just in time to hit the Icy Wind, because otherwise it probably would have been too early, as Haruto, player of the game.
Yes, with that 5 knockouts, 1 feint, and 8 assists. I think considering they are the defender player, only getting knocked out once just really goes to show how well this Hydro Pump Rapid Spin combination really worked out for them. I feel like just having that hindrance resistance into the side of Stamina Esports really worked out well. And they actually dished out a lot of damage as well. 73k?
Yeah, I mean, Haruto was playing a wolf in sheep's clothing, right?
Oh.
I mean, the Blastoise is a defender, but it was in your face, right? Especially with the spin pump combination. Hydro Pump off a rapid spin has some really good secure potential as well, good burst damage, and you know, Pee-wee, that poor Psyduck, was really the one that was going to have to step up and get knocked out on behalf of the team.
One thing I want to point out though, Satake on that Glaceon didn't feint a single time.
Great.
And I think considering, you know, we were questioning whether a ranged attacker would be too risky going into a Scyther, being an optimal target. But Satake, I think this Glaceon pick was such a great one with that maneuverability of that Icy Wind. To be able to go and dodge that, it just really goes to show, you know, what a powerful team this is.
Well, look, we've showed that, you know, Feraligatr isn't the end-all be-all, right? I will say, the Feraligatr felt like it was having some good moments, but you look at that stat line,
Alright, I'm back. Where are we at? Why are we on pause mode? What the heck? Alright. Hi. What has happened? Are we in frozen mode? No, we're in frozen mode. I hate it. I hate it a lot. It's okay. But yeah, yeah, Unite. Unite's kind of unique. I like watching Unite only because of what it is. It's just a real big roundabout of Pokemon just trying to win and trying to get the max amount of things that they can get. Super cool. I don't know how this shop thing worked though. I literally don't. How is it marking my sub goals now? think it resets every month. Oh, we're in the pause moment. Alright, I hope you guys are doing great. I still have to see what I can do for an IRL stream. Again, I want to try to do one Sunday. If I can't do it Sunday, I'll try to do it Monday. But Monday I usually have work for my esports stuff, so there's that. And then I still want to go back into some game and stuff. I forgot to show you guys on how to get these icons for League. Now that I want to show off. And yeah. Oh, there we go. We're back.
That maybe teams are not really considering.
この大会のポケモンの中でなんかあんまり知られて
Close
ないん
afternoon.
だけど強いポケモン、
Pokemon.
実際強いポケモンは何か
ジュラルドンですかね。
probably Geraldon.
So we have some couples live streams on.
So
Any
why
coach streamers
Duraludon in
on?
particular? 'Cause
Oh,
I
a
think
lot of coach
it's-
streamers.
A lot of people have wanted to see
Chris
Duraludon
Nuclear.
played, but what is holding this Pokemon back from performing?
やっぱりファンの中でもうめっちゃジュラルドの見たい方が多いみたいで、なんで
Look at all these
あんまり
cool coach streamers we got on.
今まで
Sweet. Sick. Official.
シンプルに使ってる人が少ないっていうのと、
One day we'll be on their chat. One of these days.
やっぱ印象というか最初の先入観みたいなところは大きいと思います。実際使ってみると、
I like how they have interpreters. You know, it's almost everyone's dream job to become an interpreter, but doing it for Pokemon and for like
So
as an
maybe
actual
that
job,
when
it's
it first
crazy.
came out, it wasn't really well understood, but if you actually pick it up and play with it, it proves to be quite strong, and maybe we'll see that at this tournament.
Fingers crossed that we do end up seeing Duraludon, folks, because that is a very underplayed Pokemon. Let's flip the script and talk about Pokemon that you might think are
Sunday, I'll be at Darkside
a little
Games. Oh, okay.
overestimated.
Well, I wish I
They're
could go
very
there. I'll be
good,
at Anime
but
Night Mart.
maybe
We have
not as
a
good as
tournament
we
going on.
would
We
like.
have a Marvel Tokon tournament, a Mario Kart
逆に
tournament.
よく
I
使
still
わ
gotta
れてるポケモンなんだけど、そん
And
な
I
に
get an
強く
equipment
ない
list.
と
I gotta get an equipment.
なんか
We have 4
そういうポケモ
tables,
ンは
about 12 chairs.
まあ
So,
個人的にはミュウが、本当に限られたプレイヤーし
Good
か
stuff.
ミュウはうまく使えてない
For
と思うので、自分も含めて
I gotta go back to Darkside. I wanna go visit. It's been a while. I also have a lot of cards that I wanna play. Like, I got Pokemon cards, I got One Piece cards, I got Riftbound
He
cards.
himself isn't so confident in it, so that's the one he would pick.
Okay, Pee-wee, thank you so much for all of your insightful knowledge on Pokemon Unite. I do have one final request. Is there anything you would like to say to your fans and any of your supporters at home?
Yeah, Pokemon Unite
やっぱり
W.
ファンへのメッセージとか、なんか支援してきた方へのメッセージはありますか？
そうですね、本当にさっきも、去年と同じ状況と言ったんですけど、まあ今年こそ優勝します。
Like I mentioned earlier about how good we're feeling, and we're aiming for the championship.
Okay, thank you so
Okay,
much, Pee-wee, for the
okay.
interview. Hopefully, we might be seeing you up again here.
Let's-
But folks,
let's
thank
check
you
out how
for
many
staying.
teams
Thank
are
you.
in this
Another round of
Pokemon
applause
Unite
for
tournament.
Rejects as we get ready for our next
Unite.
matchup. Back to our casters.
Oh, later today to play Digimon? Oh my gosh.
So much
I wish I could
It's
go.
great to
I have an actual thing I have to do today.
expertise.
Urgh.
He has just
Man.
been in the scene for so long as well. So
I have
really
to
just getting that
I have to do an
Dell
orientation
view.
for our
I'm surprised that
event.
he actually
Well, maybe I can come by. What time do you guys? What time does
as
Darkside
one
close?
that was somewhat overrated? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think maybe it's more of like overrated in his hands.
Yeah. Okay.
Because as you said, he wasn't super confident. I was pretty surprised by the answer of we kind of play off meta because we don't really
9?
focus
Okay,
on
I'll try to see if I can come by.
aka
I think.
tanks.
Wait, it
And-
closes at 9. Damn. Oh,
That's like-
wait, my orientation starts at 9
No,
though.
we did mention it. Was it really a defender though?
No, but I have a
Did you
training I
realize
gotta
it
do.
really was?
Damn it.
It's an overlay
I wish I could go. I went to a Pokemon meetup on Wednesday, and supposedly it was to help support one of the girls to get to Pokemon Champ. And I bought some content and stuff like that. But I had like all my cards on my deck, and I was waiting to play with someone, and then some guy randomly helped me, which was great, and I thought it was cool. And he was organizing with me. He was gonna play, gets a phone call, comes back and says, "Actually, I can't play with you." And I was just so sad. I'm like, no.
Surfetch doesn't
You
need
can't
to
play
be
with me.
banned or picked. It just needs to just be
Disappear.
over here somewhere.
Sidelines, being the
Digimon
cheerleader.
pre-release is that Darkside? There's a new pre-release?
With that
Is it about
big
Shumon? Is
green
Shumon
onion
getting released?
flopping around. Okay, this is pure chaos here. We've got more Pokemon Unite action at the Pokemon World Championships here.
Speaking of,
in
I have to
San
do so much for
Francisco.
social media
Hello,
today.
Noob Snacks. We're out. Go to break. Bang.
So much I gotta do. I'm so tired. Oh my god, a Psyduck! Did he only have one form? Like in Snorlax only has one form. He has one form, but they have multiple moves. Let's swim. What is he doing? What the heck? Pokemon damaged by the opposing team affect those. Dude, it looks like it's a whole paragraph, a whole storybook. It gets bigger movement speed. Okay. What's the other? Hello? Huh? I get to be him invincible? He has like a little teleport thing? A tele? Like a psychic move? What's it? Surf. Of course he has surf. Surf is OP. Wait, do one more time. Does it do damage? Oh, you can tap it again to do damage, but you stop surfing. Oh, you can tap it multiple times. I'm not gonna lie, the music is so good. Drop BR. Yes, we have a watch 45 minutes and you get a drop. The drop that is active is the Pichu one. Maybe I should change the drop active stuff. I'm just gonna do active stuff because I can't be for sure on the drops. That's for sure. So I just updated my thing for you guys. Do not think I have 13 drops active, but you will get a Twitch. Everyone gets this, but since we are streaming Pokemon Unite, you get a Twitch active sub. Let me see if we get drops to you guys. Imagine if you guys do. Ah, you were gonna get a ticket? Oh my gosh. So here's the thing. I had the application. Thank you. I had... Oh, they close at midnight? Okay, I think I can come. I think I can come, Alex. I 100% think I can come if they close at midnight. I was... Actually, I got an email saying I could buy tickets to go to Worlds. But I did not. I did not see it in time. Secondly, when I reached out about co-streaming and all this stuff and etc, if it was possible, literally, they sent me the email to media to get a media pass and thinking I would need to go over there to get it. I was like, what the heck? Okay, so signing up on drops. Okay, so here's how I'm gonna ask. Here, you know what? Let's check it. Let's check it together, girl. We're gonna check it together. I got you. I got you, homie. So this is how drops kind of work. So basically, look, I got a drop. I watched it and earned a drop, which is like the licensed box Pikachu. So here's how it works. You do have to apply for it in a certain thing. So back on your Twitch account, there are these things where you can connect for drops, right? And just by watching, you get some cool stuff. See, we got a licensed box, licensed art, Unite stuff. I don't know if you guys got that. You guys can check your inventory right now. So if you wanted to. But that being said, yeah, I think I should have just got it anyway. You hit the connect button on your Twitch inventory, and I know Twitch is kind of weird because let's be real here, it's not the easiest to actually get any of this stuff. Oh, they're doing champs. We probably should do champs later on, but it's not working. It's not working. Okay, well, you do have to be logged in. I know. How do I know? It's because I tried to do it before. Let me see if I can still pull it up. Does it show my previous drops from Pokemon? Because I've done this before, guys. And then there was so much that you had to do, but you got so much back out of it. Like you got free card packs, you got free icons, emojis, and badges. You even got discounts off certain what do you call it? You got discounts off certain prices of merch, which I think was the coolest. But it's right here. There you go. See, this is when I was doing NAIC for TTLCL for being a coach streamer and stuff like that. You get all of this, but you have to connect it to your Pokemon. I think Pokemon XP. So here, let's get into the Pokemon XP. Yeah, I think it says it right there. There you go. So what you guys do is, if you guys don't have it yet, and I'm educating you all on this, and that's what I'm here for, is that you go on the Pokemon one of the websites. I think it is PokemonXP.com. So Pokemon XP, there is a login. If there's a login, there isn't anymore. They do change the website constantly. There we go. Go. So you guys see how there's like live streams and rewards and all this stuff. See, this is where you get it. So you gotta click here. There is an extension as well. I believe Unite drops are not available in Brazil. Ah, dang it. Or maybe yeah. No, wait. I think they are. Give me 1 second, Luis. Let me try to show you how to get these things first. Cause I possibly think they are. There we go. So these are these hourglasses, these PCGs that you can get by watching any code streams. We are code streaming, so we are doing that stuff too. We have these Mega Evolutions that you can get, and the card packs. It's funny, everyone thought they were real card packs. No, they're not real card packs. They're from the TCGs, the Pokemon Pocket. You watch 30 minutes, Pokemon Go as well. You can get this cool fancy Pikachu, grounded Luis, Cosmic Theme Suit, binder, which is cool. All right. Okay, let's see. I think you can. I think you can. Give me 1 second, Luis. So this is all that's being streamed, which I'm happy unites me. Champions, you can get some coupons. You can get 5 teammate tickets for champions, 5 training tickets for champions, a 2026 Worlds Incineroar for watching at least 1 hour worth of this stuff, some 2026 World outfits for your champions. For the TCG, for the Pokemon Pocket, you can get 6 Mega Evolution Pitch Black booster packs. You can get a Mega Evolution Pitch Black Zeraora and XEX playset for your game. A 2026 World Championship crate, which is everything you can on your Pokemon stuff. For Pocket, you can get the 24-hour hourglass. Wait, hold up. Oh, this is for the TCG on the iPad and PC version. You can, for Pokemon Go, you can get your team building Great League bonus time research, a 2025 World Championship theme research. Wait, 2025? 2025? Huh. I guess they give you the last year one. Maybe that's a typo. I've been seeing a lot of typos. World's Tea for your person as well. Yeah, this is all in-game stuff. So don't worry, guys. It's just in-game. For Pokemon Unite, we're getting the championship sticker, which we want to give. The 2026 Pokemon Championship Pikachu license art, which we want to give. Want to give some licenses. They call them licenses to get some of the champions and stuff like that. And I guess it's 2025 Pokemon World Championships licenses. All right, yes, and now let's look over. There is a website. I have the website, guys. I have the website. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 sec. I am going to triple check for you, Luis, just for you, because I did exclusive research on this last night. This took me like 4 hours last night. I was literally up last night doing all research for this. I can get you that answer. Give me like a minute. My computer kind of slow. Okay, so let's answer the first question. Co-streaming. So, the answer for you is this. If I am co-streaming and you guys get drops, that is the question. The answer we have is yes. But you get 2 reward systems. Since I am control, they don't automatically transfer to my channel. So, Pokemon Stream must say they have drops enable tag for drops. So, okay, so I have to have drops enabled. I think we can have some drops enabled. I don't think they're checking that. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm saying. Just in case we don't have drops in our qualifying name, right? But you can get chat badge. Okay. Now, Brazil. See, here's the thing. I need you guys to tell me if you guys can get drops. If you guys have it in your inventory that you have the Pokemon, like at least the Unite stuff in your Twitch inventory, just for watching only my stream or Dr. Doolittle stream, You need to let me know if you got the drops. And yes, in Brazilian players, BR, Luis, you can get drops. You can, 100%. Yeah, you can. So BR can get, you guys can get drops. Alright, Brazil, we got you. Got you. Okay, I need to check our tags. Do we have tags for drops? We don't have drops in it. We're gonna add that. We're gonna add drops. Because it's probably going to be added in a lot of other things that we post stream, right? And we can add it. Okay. Okay. There we go, guys. We'll add some drops.
We have a bit of a better picture on
Alright.
how these two teams want to kind of play their
But yeah, that is where you get it. You have to go to your inventory on your Twitch. It should be on there. There's different things that are being dropped, which is great. And yeah. We got Mimikyu? Mimikyu's in the game? Sheesh.
But if you think about it, they don't actually have that much AoE. A lot of it is that single target.
Look at that snow lags. Look at that much lags, I mean.
Pick off the target, they back up and they reset. But they don't necessarily have true healing on their lineup. So maybe this is where Evil Geniuses can take advantage of Zipto.
Much lag speed, much
say,
in.
if a fight takes too long, we have the sustain with Roland.
Oh yes, we got you drops for Brazil. Yay. We got you. W.
But yeah, I kind of feel like maybe it could be a battle of stamina here. Just try to outlast Zipto, force Zipto to make their move. Otherwise, they're just going to lose out in that battle of stamina.
There's definitely going to be a point, especially once we get to the final fight, where if it lasts long enough and then we get to a point where they can just kind of use a Bliss assistance when they really want to, it's probably going to be quite strong, exactly like you said. But here we go, game one. Evil Genius's life on the line, going up against Zipto Esports.
All right, EG. Let's see how you guys do it.
We are already starting off with a very low Lucario.
Yeah, very low Lucario. I'm
Slowly
actually
building
surprised
two
how
standard
aggressive
characters on
Geniuses are
ZZZ.
playing, but I guess
Two
that's where
standard
desperation comes in
characters.
for the team, you know?
That's
You
kinda
try and
big.
put your own fate in
That's a
your
lot,
own
Alex.
hands. So we'll keep an eye out on this top matchup for now. Really, I think the goal for Evil Geniuses, you got to try and pick up that momentum.
Already in
as
30
quick as
seconds. They're
possible.
already
Looks
sending
like
out
Piachu
things.
could be the target here. They were thinking of picking on Roland, but as soon as they see Vin, they decide, yeah, we've got to back up. Mule even going to be coming in on that Mimikyu as well, so it could be a 3 versus 3. Here comes Mule, gets the KO onto
Alright, yep,
poor old
there's the first
Chansey, and
KO.
already down to a 2 versus 3 situation in this top lane.
Ooh, and they're staying pretty aggressive. They're trying to space out. Obviously, that was a really
Oh, they
fast
get
KO
buffs? Oh,
way
they
before
do.
the
It's
swarm
because they
could
have
get
that
going.
one gear,
So,
right?
but choosing to take space instead. Vin trying to
The one
check the
little,
tall grass again, saying,
additional
oh, no,
gear
wait,
thing
Mule's
that they
still
get?
there, but they've got 3-on-3 now, and they just use the, I mean, the mobility, the movement, or I should say the actual pushing, the crowd control of that Lucario to make sure they get so much, but oh no!
Wow.
They tried to catch somebody out by punching him backwards, did not quite get it, managed to escape just barely. That was almost a really bad situation for Zipto, but they're going to stay ahead.
Yeah, so I think it was both teams just trying to get each other into a possible play. Almost
That makes
like
sense.
Rhydon was caught in that bottom lane though, so that's going to be a little victory here for Evil Geniuses to assert some more control down in that bottom lane. If they can get ward, that will be another bonus, but yeah, Kyrios, he's deciding, I want this experience as well. I'm not going to try and waste my time trying to get that little Pilus line. It's not
But don't.
the... Yeah, ward's not really worth trying to KO here. It's just...
I didn't know that, but they do two bottom, 3 top, but then they have someone in the jungle
with Scyther, if your
roaming
team
around.
can keep up with the momentum of a Scyther, you are just going to go for those
Oh
back-to-back
no, what a
fights,
steal.
and you should be able to get that
Oh
experience
no, here
within
comes
your
the jungle
team
fight.
But Ducky going to be coming in just to slow
Oh, they're
down
already doing the middle?
down from Mule, and it looks like right
No,
now
that's not
Evil
true
Genius
teamwork.
is looking to compete for this Regidrago.
I think Evil Genius
Ooh,
got the
yes,
first
3 on
kill,
minutes to
too.
get the secure. Beautiful stuff, but
Oh,
is
dude, they're
Zipto
doing
looking to
steals.
get
They're
some
playing
advantage? They
defensive.
do get the knockout onto the
See, in
side, but they're trying
Pokemon
to find
Unite,
small
it's kind of
Roland.
crazy
Is
because,
too
again,
big there.
once you're losing,
So, yeah,
it's hard to come back, but like, you don't always have to initiate, and that's the other big problem. People always like to initiate. They always love to initiate in.
Kind of felt like they won that fight, like pretty significantly, but they weren't able to catch that many targets. They weren't able to get the secure. So altogether, I mean, that's pretty good for Evil Geniuses. They've kind of got to fight back into this. As we're starting to see Mule really pop off on this Mimikyu. It's going to be so hard to deal with, especially. As
I need to send email, guys.
I
I need to send email.
We do see a points lead though.
$500,000.
Pretty important, not the hugest.
What?
The roll, only 52, but it's at the point where they can sit a little bit more confident. They may be
500,000 for chance itself. That's
if they do
crazy.
choose so. And Regirock being threatened down by both teams. Little 1v1 up top.
Gonna be
44
5v5.
bottom. It's a little bit of a classic
So we're at World
situation.
Champs right now. Everyone's at Champs. Everyone has basically who's competing is qualified. They're like not all new players. Everyone's qualified. Yeah, top 2 in regionals, 1 winning the Arrow Cup from Europe, and final stretch in the North American. another person winning Asian League, and another person winning Last Chance Qualifier League. New system 2026 for covering all 3 regions, where it's a round robin play. Oh, round robin. Nice. Okay. Okay. So they're all getting to play each other, which is crazy. That's great. That's more chances. That's more games. Good. Interesting.
But that was a really big pick to be able to take them out and then get the objective and everything just going the
Alright,
direction
so
of Evil Geniuses.
the event schedule is
A
this.
lot of it is off the back of Kyrios being able to secure a lot of these objectives.
Single
Obviously,
round
one of the best
robin.
secures that's
All.
currently, I would say, in the meta right now. And
The one round robin where you play against everyone, and that's where you set up. And then you go into a yeah, the next formatting. World champs, Dr. Doolittle. World champs. Holy, y'all! Oh my gosh! Holy, give me 1 second. I need to show you guys this.
From the Umbreon, I actually think Ducky made a good call there, right? Because if you're
You guys
leading,
can
you
see
don't
that?
really want to give anything away to Zipto. You're not
Oh
even
my
ready.
gosh!
So if it requires you
Y'all,
to get out, sure.
look at this.
You've got to keep up that momentum. Looks like up top though, Reggie Alecki, Zipto really want
Look
this.
at
They just wanna
that.
keep an
What
eye
the
on
heck?
Because you can see the Espeon waiting in the wings, looking to get the steal, but no, just a little bit too late. The Lucario secures that. And all of a sudden,
Regional
it's gonna be Evil
leagues, you
Geniuses
win about
set back to their goal zone, waiting
$45,000.
for Reggie Alecki.
Individual is
Now, the question is,
$9,000,
Zipto
and
wants
alternate
to
is
push. They're not gonna push instead. They're
$2,225.
gonna try
That's
and
still a lot of
build
money.
their attack in that
The
bottom
bare
lane
minimum amount of
instead.
money you can win, and for 8th place, it's $400. Which is crazy. It's an $8,000 split between 5 people for $1,600. Crazy. That's for that's for regional. North America and Europe, about $16,000 for first place, $3,000 to 600 to 150 for alternative, for 5th to 8th. That's crazy. Latin America, it's a little bit reduced. Damn, that sucks. For $300 that you can get, that's like half price that. But for Worlds, it's a $100,000 prize pool. Crazy. For Unite, this is just for Unite. This is not looking at the other prize pools as well. But the total is a 500,000 pool. But 9 through 16 gets at least $10,000, which is like crazy. Like for 2,000 each.
Yeah, this is actually the disadvantage of not
Pretty
having
crazy.
that classic support Pokemon on the side of Zipto,
Crazy.
right? Like they don't have any Pokemon
Wow.
like Blissey that can get their
Wow,
back up
that's
the ball.
amazing.
So I think Evil Geniuses
I like how
understand
Pokemon
this.
is
They know
very
that if they're
organized in
able
this
to come
stuff.
into that fight with full health,
Very
Zipto
organized.
either has to make a really,
They make these
really
things
risky
months in
call,
advance.
or
You
they're
know,
gonna
that's
have
what
to
makes them
abandon
good
the
in
fight now. Looks like they do
esports
wanna try and go for a battle
as
here.
well.
Walking
For their
in
own
on the
little,
Maverick side, but Vin just doing
not little,
absolute
but
work
for their
in
own
the
section
backlines
of
there, just
esports.
cutting through
Crazy.
the front lines. They do get the Mimikyu, and that's huge
Crazy,
too, because Mimikyu
y'all.
is the one to set the pace here for Zipto. So without that Mimikyu, I kind of feel like Zipto is feeling a little bit lost as a team.
Right, I agree with that completely. Every single time that they've lost the Mimikyu, their team fights have somewhat crumbled. I mean, of course, it's just the strongest Pokemon on the team. Rhydon's starting to catch up, but it's looking a little bit more tough. They're going to re-engage Mule, of course, on that Mimikyu, but not quite in time to save that Tier 1 Gold Zone. Not a huge
That
overwhelm, I don't
Mimikyu's
believe,
the
but
strongest
they're
one.
ahead by 192 points, which is just such a ridiculous amount. And they want to push that even further, obviously being able to take down that Tier 1 Gold Zone right before taking a Regieleki is going to make it that much more dangerous. Zipto, though, continuing to just rotate. They've been rotating. They're all the way on bottom now. We'll see what defense they bring for the Regieleki, but they've got
Crazy. 100,000 guys. $100,000. $500,000 if anything for a big prize pool. That's so
I think
crazy.
it's reaching that very critical point here for Zipto.
Y'all
where
sleeping on
the
Unite.
gap is just too big. They're gonna have to go for that final objective, right? Like you've got to go for that Groudon, and if they aren't able to get that, then it's gonna be. I don't want to say it's impossible, but in most cases, I kind of feel like a game is lost if you are as behind as Zipto is right now. We've got 40 seconds to go here, so one last opportunity to try and grab those points or to break a goal zone. But yeah, I think at this point, everyone's just going to try and get into position and really just nail down that final 2-minute stretch. And where is everybody
Alright,
hoping
be right back,
to
guys.
be?
I need to
We've
do
got
my
the
districts
Reggie
real
down
quick,
on. It's a
so I'll be
Reggie
back.
steal as well for Evil
BRB.
Geniuses. This game is setting them up to win. That attack boost is going to be
Holy
huge.
moly. That is a
Zipto,
lot of
are
money.
you going to try
A
and
lot
wait
of money
this
just for
out,
Pokemon.
or are you maybe going to try and go for a surprise attack? Because they've got to do something.
The problem is the longer they wait it out, exactly like you mentioned, they don't have the self-sustain on the team. They do have the poke, which is going to be really nice from them Rhydon, but the more they get poked, the more of a problem it is. Groudon already taking just a little bit of damage, but they've got to make a decision, and pretty quickly. Exactly, I think like you said, they've got the deficit as far as points, some pokes coming out, but they've also got to deal with the secure from the is Espium.
Yeah, Mule's trying to bait them in, but so far Evil Geniuses are not biting. They know they have the lead, so right now Zipto, I mean, as much as they want to try and bait, as long as Evil Geniuses doesn't bite, it's going to be a big win. Ward taking some big damage there. Mule just going in and out with the pokes, but doesn't want to fully commit because he knows if he goes down, this game might just be over for the team. Slowly chipping away at Ducky and Kyrgios. Maybe this is what Zipto is looking to do. Ducky coming in with the Moonlight Prance, doesn't connect onto anybody. Evil Genius is looking a little bit low. Zipto not looking too bad here, Chef.
Yeah, I mean, the health advantage is pretty strong, but again, they're not going to be able to heal it back at all. Kyrgios getting extremely low, had to go all the way back to heal, and they do manage to get that in time. And they've got, again, got to deal with Kyrgios before they try to rip
Ducky.
this down. Yup, there we
Ducky.
go, going in through a triple stun, but Ducky's so extremely low. Ward trying to push forward, but they're just playing such a great footsies game here. Nobody getting the full engage with Kario low. There we go, that's a way to get in. It's going to be a big KO, 3 KOs in a row, all the way down for Zipto Esports. They're backing all the way up. Vince already scoring.
That was a huge catch there for Evil Geniuses. Just going in, ravaging Zipto, pick up all 3 for 1 deal, and Evil Geniuses just solidifying their lead further and further in this game. They did not decide to take the Groudon, however. They are going to instead go in a more defensive position. Up top, we do see Chris Smith wanting to go for a big 100-pointer with the Blissey. You can see right now Zipto, they're going to be going all in for the Groudon. They've got to be careful with Piachu. He's so low. He's got the shields though, so he should be okay, unless they don't have the damage. He's super low. Okay, there's the buff. 10 seconds to go. Do they have enough points to make the dunks? I'm not sure if they do.
80 in, there's going to be another pretty big, 92 in, and then there's another potential almost 90-something up top that just didn't quite get in. I don't know if that would have been the difference, but I think certainly without that, I have to assume that Evil Genius is going to stay ahead at the end of this game. Yeah, actually, they were really close to making that comeback. If that top almost Hundo Burger got in, and then they got one more little score, that could have been it. And they were just a split second away from that happening. So a little bit scarier than I think maybe Evil Geniuses wanted, but they are staying alive.
Look, I think they did such a beautiful play in that top lane. After securing the knockout, they said, okay, we don't need the Groudon. They made the perfect calculations with the time of that time remaining in the game. They said, let's just go for the back caps. We know that they have to rush the Groudon to win this game at all. So they got the extra points in. They gave the Groudon away. They knew there just wasn't enough time for Zipto to come in and get the counter scores. EG, I mean, if they can keep this up going into game number 2, this set should be theirs. But at the same time, I think we also have to identify that Zipto, although they didn't pick the best lineup for the playstyle that EG pulled off, this is still a really formidable team. They are extremely flexible, and I think after experiencing that game number 1, they'll have a better idea as to how to deal with EG coming into game 2.
And I do think that this draft from the side of Zipto was really trying to be an early game draft, and they did win the early game, but the ability to come back was just so huge from Evil Genius. As you can see here, Chris Smith, our MVP, and on this Surfetch that I kind of feel like has been an interesting pick so far today. I'm not sure if I'm sold on it quite yet. It has won a decent amount of games, but compared to some of the other picks, I'm curious to see why these teams want to choose it. However, they won, and that's exactly, I mean, that's all the proof that you need here with Chris Smith as our MVP.
Yeah, look, if they can get Chris Smith to get MVP for game number 2, 2-0, that would be the dream here for EG, because right now, EG, okay, we got to do some math here, Chef. Does EG need to 2-0 this set to stay in Worlds? They do, don't they? Because if we look at the score for the previous matches, I do believe they were also 2-0s. Yeah, 2-0, 2-0 for the previous games. So they would have to force a 3-way tiebreaker in the group to stay in the tournament.
Yes, I think you are correct. I believe so. So then it would be a 3-way tie, which would be even more confusing. Yeah. I don't know how that one's going to be solved, but all we know is that they do need to 2-0. I do believe that's correct. However, as usual, I will say never trust the casters on our tiebreakers or our seeding or anything that we say, or really just any information in general. I think it's safest not to at least trust me, I'll say. But I do think from what I'm seeing in a 3-person group, that if it was 2-0, 2-0, then you would need a third 2-0 to tie. Otherwise, we're going to see Looking for Organ and Zipto come out on top. So, wow, that's, I mean, fighting for their lives. Like I said, they truly did stay alive by winning that game. Even if they lose another one, that might be it for them.
Yeah, they really got to pull it off again in game number 2. But just seeing game number 1, though, I feel like I can trust EG to be able to pull it off. They've just got to figure out how. Yeah. Right? Like, that is the key here. How do they pull off that win for game number 2? Like, how can they guarantee the win? Because knowing Zipto, I don't think there's any way that they pull off their draft from game 1 and game number 2 again. I think it's just too risky. You've got to have that late game assurance. It can't just be all on Mule on that Mimikyu to do the heavy lifting, because like sure they had a Miraidon, but because they weren't able to really pierce into the back lines, I feel like the Miraidon was a bit scared to make a move sometimes, because he was just thinking like, oh, there's a Scyther in this game. I'm a bit scared to stick my head out, you know? It's like, I'm just going to get jumped.
Right, some of the pokes damage seemed pretty good in the final fight, but one thing that I really want to point out that I think their comp was missing was they were doing so well to start the game, right? Like I really felt like they were ahead, and I mean Mule especially was just so far ahead of everybody else as far as level.
Now I gotta make a list. I gotta make a list of items that I need to bring.
Was on that Espeon, right? So the Secure was so
Still gotta do
good,
my
and I feel like
uploads
if
and
they had
TikTok
a way to
clips.
either challenge Espeon a little bit more, or Secure of their own that was a little bit stronger, they could have.
And I still gotta fix
continued with their momentum. That was
TTS.
really what the top wanted. So we are going to see the sides switch here. Zipto
Look at
now
this
gonna
on
be
my
first
table.
pick, as Evil Genius is
Crazy.
second pick. But
Hi.
Secure is, I mean,
It's good to see you. Holy.
specifically in this matchup,
Bro,
really take
how's
away
this
that
your first time here?
Yeah, I really do think they have the challenge.
Huh?
Away with too much.
How are you doing?
Especially considering they were objectives that also award
Homie.
experience, right?
What
That
the
was
heck?
experience that Zipto
Right.
needed to be able to pull
Sending a
off
follow.
their gameplay. But
Dude, I didn't even know
going
you had
to
a
game
Twitch,
two,
dude.
so it's gonna be
Crazy.
Groudon yet again. Bans though, Blastoise,
Yes.
Mew, Snorlax.
Dude, it's been so long, homie.
Feraligatr is about to get locked in. There's the Feraligatr.
How have you been? I've been trying to message you. I have no clue where to message you though.
I kind of feel like EG didn't really feel
Do I still have you on IG?
So,
Maybe-
Umbreon,
maybe the Mimikyu, right?
hang
But
on, Psyduck? Umbreon, they're thinking, I'd say Umbreon, yeah.
Holy.
they're looking at Umbreon ban.
well, they were, yeah, which is interesting because they were the ones who chose Umbreon last time, right? With
Yeah.
Ducky
Y'all, it
playing
is the
Umbreon.
OG.
Also, I'll point out that I was surprised
OG
Ducky didn't
homeboy.
get invaded. Ducky's been invading a lot in the previous events. Just
Dude,
very
don't tell me I had an ad.
possible
Damn it.
possible. I'm a huge Ducky fan, but boy.
Okay, let me tap it, let me tap it.
Invade from Ducky. Which is really funny because Roland very well known for invading and stopped the person invading on this team. But wow, interesting first 3 picks. I mean, okay, sure, Ducky getting Psyduck is quite funny.
Dude,
but
it's been so
Blissey, that
long.
is a
Holy
super
crud.
high priority first pick that I didn't expect.
Bro,
And then
I don't
seeing
have-
Blissey,
do I-
high priority pick, and then normal.
I think I still have you on IG, do I?
don't think
Yes, I do.
understand how to draft in
What the
this
heck,
game.
man?
I might be confused.
It's been so
So
long.
I do have a little bit
How's
of
life?
theory. So I think the first pick, Blissey, firstly, Jong plays a fantastic
Dude,
Blissey.
I
Second,
remember,
think
I
that
have so much to show you and show
I have
you.
to take it away
Like,
from
I really
Blissey,
want to catch up with
Blissey,
you.
so it's
100%.
a bit of an
You remember when
enabler.
you showed me
Make it a
Good
little bit of
Kids
an opener.
in like the car one day?
Piachu's
and we were driving?
I think that one, again, as you said, right, it's a bit of an odd one to pick this up so soon. So it makes you think, like, okay, if you're picking Lucario now, what kind of funky stuff are we going in for the final 2 picks? Because Espeon makes sense. Take that away from
Yeah,
Espeon,
dude.
played a really
Oh my
good
gosh.
Espeon in that
After
previous
that
game.
year,
But
I got
the
to meet
outside
them in
back was
person.
also
I
really
met
strong.
them
Ducky's got
in
inside that
person.
Ducky.
It was crazy.
I mean, we did say it was going to be an interesting pick. I didn't think it was Cinderace.
And they blew up, like literally. Oh, after you showed me their one song, they blew up, and I got to meet them. They were so cool, honestly. I didn't know this, but one of the singers is gay. Like, they were kissing each other on, like, the guitarist, like, in front of everyone, which was cool as well. Like, honestly, dude, that was so sick. But I think it was, like, so serendipity that we got to meet Good Kids, like, after you showed me them. And I thought that was crazy. That was super cool.
Game number 1. But for EG though, Curios coming in with the Desi pick, which I think is rather interesting, considering that they know that they have to
What's Nick doing? Nick watching Pokemon Champs?
possibly stay in the tournament. So to pick Desi here, this,
Oh, Nick is
this man has
no,
been
Nick is doing Pokemon Champions on a different thing.
entire life.
Let me see. Do I get
think there are
drops?
so
Oh,
many
so they don't have
Spirit
drops.
Shackle targets on this
Okay, I don't think there's like
With
drops on mine
anybody, and they
either.
are going down. Obviously, you really kind of don't want to keep Trevenant, but I mean anybody else. I feel
I like
it's
the sound
a
effects that they
great
make.
pick. You are also going to be able to outrange their Cinderace, and that's just going to make it a tough.
I like the
tough
Charizard. Nice.
Cinderace really is going to be a really core part, I think, of going into the Zipto draft. So if you can just be the one who.
Alright, y'all, look at that ground on. Look at so
it.
it. Oh, dude, everything's been great. I've been working in esports a lot more. I just have a lot of work. Like, it's so much work. But at the end of the day, like, it's kind of all worth it. It's for my nonprofit. I'm finally getting paid for my nonprofit full time. And I just been working on making sure I'm communicating with people, organizing my nonprofit well enough, applying for grants, doing the whole 50 whole shebang. And it's been hard because I always have to move, always have to do stuff, and yeah. And I just came back from Paris. I went to Paris for Esports World Cup, and it was pretty cool. Quite a bit. Quite a bit. We're at Group B right now for Pokemon Unite, and we're watching Pokemon Unite. It's pretty cool. and the things are like very intense in Pokemon, and just educating some people and enjoying. Yeah, I came back from Paris. It was a paid trip by G2 Esports. I still need to do my social media posts. I'm gonna try to do mine tonight. I just haven't had time to because I had to organize literally the entire thing. Indiana? Wait, do you still live in Vegas? If you live in Vegas, we should definitely get like Boba or something. Dude, I'm so down to get Boba with you. Are you down?
That's definitely an invade.
Yep, and kind of
Ah.
invade we can see as well too.
You don't live.
Unfortunately,
don't live in Vegas no
to
more.
kind of jump over there.
Man.
There we go. There we go. And let's see.
No, you're in Cali. Wait, when are you moving? Because I'll be in California next month. Only for one thing though. I might have some time to go see you.
That could have been disastrous if we actually let him through.
Oh,
but
no,
thankfully
KO.
Roland is able to get the knockout. So
Rip.
Chansey's going to get a free trip back home and also gives a little bit
Oh,
of extra space
man.
there to Vin
Rip
on that
Chansey.
top through so he can get into that Urshifu evolution as quick as possible. Up top though, we do have some assistance there. Mule going to be providing support to Piachu on that Lucario. Get the score.
Dude, it's so
into.
hard
So
to
I
play
guess that is
Unite.
some good news for Zippo.
You have
Yes,
to
they lose
really
their
save your
Chansey,
skills because the
but they can
cooldowns
put
are
a
so
little bit
long,
extra
and on
breathing
top of
room
that,
in top
you
lane
don't get
with
like
just
a
the safe
break
fetch.
or like any items that you can use.
Oh, there's 4
Like it's
Pokemon.
either you run away or you fight.
For these spawns, and so far not
Oh,
a big
Curios is
engagement,
here.
though. Yeah,
Everyone's
that's
on the
gonna
fight.
be big from the side too, but he's just still